Hello students, welcome to Engineers Academy. Kindly subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. Now we are going to solve this problem from chapter 6, which says that determine the force in each member of the truss, state whether the members are in tension or compression, set P equals to 8 kilonewton. So this P is equal to 8 kilonewton. So we need to determine the force in each member of this truss. Now we can start from that joint D. Now let's say that this ED member is in tension. So if it is in tension, so FED force will be acting away from this joint D. And similarly, let's assume that this CD member is in compression. So its force will be acting towards that joint D. So this is, we can write that this is FCD and this is FDE. Now if we resolve this CD force into its components, so it will have two components. One of its component will be acting in this direction and one of its component will be acting vertically downward. So this one is the cos component, this one is the sin component. Now if I apply the summation of forces along x equals to 0, so as we can see that this FCD cos of 60 component, this cos component is acting in the positive x, so I will write FCD cos of 60 degrees minus this FDE. This is equal to 0, or we can say that FDE equals to FCD cos of 60. So FDE and FCD both are unknown. So we need to apply one another equation, that is the summation of forces along y equals to 0. So as we can see that this sine component of FCD is acting in the downward direction, so we can write that this is minus FCD sine of 60 degrees minus this P, and P is 8 kilonewton, so I will write 8 and this is equal to 0. So from this we can write that minus FCD sine of 60 is equal to 8. So we can say that FCD is 8 divided by minus sine of 60. So this is minus 9.24. So FCD is minus 9.24 kilonewton. So this means that the assumed direction of FCD is not accurate since we get this minus sign. And so from this we can say that FCD magnitude is 9.24 kilonewton and it is acting away from this joint D. The minus sign indicates this, right? We have to reverse the direction. So if it is acting away from this joint D, then it is the tension force, or we can say that CD member is in tension. So now if I put that FDE, so FDE equals to FCD cos of 60. So we can write that this is FCD is minus 9.24. According to our assumed direction, the magnitude of FCD is negative. So we have to write minus 9.24 cos of 60. So minus 9.24 cos of 60. So this is minus 4.62, minus 4.62 kilonewton, and again we get minus sign, so this means that the assumed direction of FDE is also not accurate. So we can say that FDE magnitude is 4.62 kilonewton and we need to reverse the direction. So FDE is acting towards this joint D. So if it is acting towards this joint D, so this means that DE member is in compression. So now we can solve this joint C. We cannot solve this joint E since at joint E we only know this FDE, and FDE force is compressive, so it will be acting towards this joint E. This is that FDE. Now we know that it is compressive, right? So this is FDE. Its magnitude is 4.62. So here at this joint E we have this this member force as an unknown, this member force as an unknown, and this member force as an unknown. So we have three forces as an unknown, so we cannot solve it since we have two equations. So we cannot find three unknown forces using these two equations. So we have to solve this joint C before going to proceed. So if I consider this joint C, then FCD is 9.24 and it is the tension force. So this means that at joint C, that FCD force will be acting away from this joint C as well. So this is that FCD. Let's assume that this CE member is in compression. So if it is in compression, its force need to be acting towards this joint C. And let's say that this BC member is in tension, let's say. So its force will be acting in this direction. So this is FCD. FCD magnitude is 9.24 kilonewton. Similarly, this one is FCE and this one is FBC. So now these are equilateral triangle. If this is 60, then this is 60 and then this is 60 as well. So we can resolve this FCD force into its components. So it will have one component in this direction. If this is 60, then this angle is also 60 degrees. Both of these angles are alternate angles. So this one is FCD cos of 60 degrees. So FCD is 9.24. So this is 9.24 cos of 60 degrees. And this FCD will have one another component which will be acting in this direction. So this one is the sine component. This is 9.24 sine of 60 degree. Similarly, this FCE will have two components. It will have one component which will be acting in this direction. It is also making 60 degree. So this is the cos component and it will have one component which will be acting vertically upward here. So this one will be the sine component. Let me write that this is FCE cos of 60 degrees. So this one will be the sine component. So now if we consider joint C, and if we apply the summation of forces along the y-axis is equals to 0. So as we can see that this FCE sine component is acting vertically upward. So I will write plus FCE sine of 60 degrees. And this component of FCD is acting vertically downward. So I can write that this is minus 9.24. FCD is 9.24. So this is 9.24 sine of 60 degree. So this will be equal to 0. And if we divide this whole equation by sine of 60, so we will be left with FCE minus 9.24. So from this we can say that FCE equals to 9.24 kilonewton. So since FCE force is acting towards the joint C and we got plus sign, so this means that the assumed direction is accurate and FCE or we can say that CE member is in compression. Similarly, if we apply the summation of forces along x equals to 0, so as we can see that this cos component of FCD is acting in the positive x, so I will write plus 9.24 cos of 60 degrees plus this FCE cos component, so plus 9.24 cos of 60 and minus this FBC, so I will write minus FBC. So this is equal to 0. And if I bring this FBC to the other side, so we will have the equation like this. So this is 2 times 9.24 cos of 60. So 2 times 9.24 cos of 60. So FBC is 9.24. So FBC equals to 9.24 kilonewton. And FBC is acting away from their joint C. So this means that the BC member is in tension. Now after this we are going to consider joint B. So at joint B, this FBC is the tension force, so it will be acting away from this joint B as well. So this is that FBC, and FBC is 9.24 kilonewton. And let's say that this AB member is in tension as well, let's say. So this force will be acting away. This is FAB, and let's say that BE member is in compression. So this is FBE. So I will tell you people a thumb rule that whenever we have three forces at a joint, so in order to pick or assume the accurate direction of these forces, so we need to arrange these forces in such a way so that they should make a closed triangle, right? So if I draw this FBC force here, this is FBC force, then FAB, this is FAB, and this is FBE. So they are making the closed triangle, and the closed triangle means that if we add them by head to tail rule, so they should give us a closed triangle. So that if they give us a closed triangle, so this means that the resultant of these three forces is equal to 0. And by applying summation of forces along x and summation of forces along y equals to 0, this means that the resultant of these three forces must be equal to 0. So if we have three forces at a particular joint, so they need to make a closed triangle. So that is why I choose these assumed direction very accurately when we have three forces at a particular joint. So now we are going to consider this joint V. So again, this FBE is making 60 degrees with the horizontal, and similarly this FAB, if I draw a horizontal line here, so this is also making 60 degree. So we can resolve this FAB into its components. It will have one component in this direction. Similarly, it will have one component which will be acting vertically downward. This one will be the cos component. Let me write that this is FAB cos of 60 degree, and this one is the sine component. Similarly, this FBE will have two components. It will have one component which will be acting in this direction. This one is the cos component. It will have one another component which will be acting vertically upward. This one is the sine component. So now if we apply the summation of forces along y equals to 0, so as we can see that this sine component of FAB is acting vertically downward, so I will write minus FAB sine of 60 degree, and this sine component of FB is acting vertically upward, so I will write plus FBE sine of 60 degree, and this is equal to 0. If we divide this whole equation by sine of 60, so we will have minus FAB plus FBE equals to 0, or we can say that FBE equals to FAB. So the forces in both of these members is equal, right? Now if we apply the summation of forces along x equals to 0, so as we can see that this 9.24 kilonewton is acting in the positive x, so I will write plus 9.24 minus this FBE cos component, so minus FBE cos of 60 degrees, and similarly FAB cos of 60 degrees, so I will write minus FAB cos of 60 degrees. Since FBE is equal to FAB, so let me replace this FBE with FAB as well. So this will become minus 2 FAB cos of 60 degree. So this is equal to 0. Or we can say that FAB, if I bring this to the other side, so we will have the equation like this. So from this we can say that FAB will be equal to 9.24 divided by 2 cos of 60. So 9.24 divided by 2 cos of 60. So FAB equals to 9.24. FAB equals to 9.24 kilonewton. And FAB is acting away from that joint B. So this means that AB is in tension. And similarly, FBE is also equal to FAB. The magnitudes are equal, but the FBE force is acting toward the joint B, so this means that the BE member is in compression. Now to find the force in this FAE, we can consider this joint A. So again, at joint A we have three forces, so we have to choose the forces in such a way so that they should make a closed triangle. So this is AY, this is AY force, and this FAB, we know FAB, so FAB is the tension force, so it must be acting away from this joint A, so it must be acting in this direction. So if it is acting in this direction, so it is understood that FAE force must be acting towards this joint A, so it must be acting like this. This will be FAB, FAB, and FAB magnitude is 9.24 kilonewton. And similarly, we do not know this. This is FAE. So now if we consider joint A, so we have to resolve this FAB into its components. So this FAB will have two components. It will have one component in this direction. This one will be the cos component, and this one will be the sine component. So now if we apply the summation of forces along x equals to 0, so as we can see that the cos component of FAB is acting in the positive x, so I will write plus FAB cos of 60 degrees minus this FAE. So FAE equals to 0, or we can say that FAE equals to FAB cos of 60 degree, and FAB is known, which is 9.24. So this is 9.24 cos of 60 degrees. So from this we can say 9.24 cos of 60. So FAE is 4.62. FAE equals to 4.62 kilonewton, and FAE is acting towards this joint A, so this means that the AE member is in compression. So this is the solution of this particular problem. I hope you people will understand this problem solution. Kindly subscribe my channel for the solution of such more problems. Also like this video if it helps in your learning.